I could have imagined this man right here, Mr. Peter Obi, how many times EFCC, ICPC, even police officers will have visited Anambra State Government archive to look for file or document if there's anything they can use to pin him down. And maybe they couldn't find any at all. If not by now, the man could have been in and out of court or even prison. That's tell you that you don't need to be an angel or Puritan as a politician in this country before you do your job diligently and keep your integrity intact. In fact, one of the favor you can do for yourself as a politician in this country, Nigeria, is to make sure that you do not get yourself involved in corruption, even though it's quite difficult. Because if you do, a day will come when you become an opposition, they will come for you. They will come for you, I tell you. But you see, unfortunately, how many Nigerian politicians you can say that do not have corruption cases around their neck? Even those one in the ruling party today, so many of them have one corruption case or other. We don't know all those allegations if they are real or false, but we know what we know. We know what we know. And that's why what has happened to El-Rufai, Malami, and co today, even though you can say there is political undertone to it, but I believe those people do not have any question to answer. At the end of the day, they will be set free. I think so. They will be set free. You see, if you say they are pursuing you with a state agency and all of that, my people used to say that if you know your enemy is pursuing you with fire, you don't run with a petrol. If not, you set yourself ablaze. So don't get yourself involved in corruption, because tomorrow will come, you become an opposition, and they will use that against you. You know, when I talk about Mr. Peter Obi, it reminds me of a story of a young man in the Bible. You know, the guy name is Daniel. Daniel was a slave in Babylon, and he's a guy with so much, wisdom, knowledge. Is an excellent guy, and because of that, the king of the Babylon, Darius, really loved him so much. Among all his cabinet, he was the favorite, and he set him above every other members of the cabinet. Other people are reporting to him directly and all of that. And because of that, the Babylonians who are working with the king, they get jealous. So they were finding an occasion to lay hand on him. When they tried and tried and tried, they couldn't find any. Within themselves, and they say, hey, this guy, we cannot just find anything against him. Only thing that we can do is to go through his God. We all know the story. The story is in that book of Daniel chapter 6. If you read it, you can see the whole story. At the end of the day, they gang up, they made the king to make a declaration that no one should pray for about like 7 days or thereabouts. And Daniel, being a servant of God, cannot do without prayer. And he went inside his room, opened the window, facing Jerusalem, and he was praying. At the end of the day, they caught him praying, and they report him to the king. King have already made a declaration. He has no choice, but he need to allow the law to actually take its course. You all know this story. At the end of the day, he was put into lion den, but God miraculously set him free. What am I trying to say in essence is that no matter how your enemy is chasing you, no matter how your political enemy is chasing you, if you don't have any skeleton in your cupboard, they will not be able to pin you down. But when you have so many skeletons in your cupboard, definitely they will have something against you. So if you're in Nigeria right here and you're a politician or you occupy a public office, make sure that you don't get yourself involved in corruption. If Peter Obi do while he was a governor, by now, hey, you and I know what will happen to him. So be good, maintain your integrity. It's important as a politician.